welcome back. So today I'm going to be kind of looking this way, and today's video is 8 ways to have a positive lifestyle. So first thing, excuse how I look because my fiance took off in my car, which had my straightener, my blow dryer, everything I needed was in the car. So excuse my appearance. I was going to look better for this video, but he kind of took off with my car. So to start off this the right way, the 8 ways to be positive, I had taught myself. I didn't start out positive. I was very negative. I was raised around negativity. Not all my family members were negative, but most were. And changing that and cutting those people out of my life that were negative helped change my life. So the first step to positivity was surrounding yourself with positive influences. Like I just said, there are negative people in my family, there are negative people in my friends, there was negative people all around me, which forced me to be negative. So how I surrounded myself with other people is I just cut the bad people out of my life, which means either family or friends. I know you don't want to cut your family out, but they're negative. They don't care what you think. All they hear is negative, negative, negative. You don't want to hear that. You want to hear positive. So the positive family members are still in my life. The negative ones are out. The friends that were negative, they're out. I have positive friends now. That's the biggest and first one is surround yourself with positive influences. If you not surround yourself with positive influence, excuse me, someone is doing the laundry behind, I mean not laundry, the yard behind me. So if you hear anything, I am sorry. So surrounding yourself will start changing your life to make it a whole lot better. Even your boyfriend, if they're not positive, you need to change that. Either he needs to change to be positive with you, or you need to take him out of your life. I know this is like blunt and out front, but that's how it has to be, because you have to surround yourself with positive people. If you not surround yourself with positive people, it is going to be awful. Awful. You have to surround yourself with positive people. Number 2, the first step to being positive is trying to change your thoughts as well. Like, the first step is not surrounding yourself. That's easy. You can cut those people out of your life. Me, it was easy for me because I was like, here's a line, you're done. Like, I'm done talking to you. So the very first step in your mental brain is you have to train yourself to think positive. All these negative thoughts. You're going to have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of negative thoughts. This bad, this is going to happen. You have to change the negative to the positive to see the aspect in life. You make your life what you want it to be, so you have to be positive about it. Also in the number 2, self-help books. That's what helped me get positive in my life. I'll show you the one that I have here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 self-help books. They self-help me on other things. Like I have weight loss. I have keeping my mouth shut, 5 love languages, how you're a badass. Those are all personal self-help books. But to get my mind positive and be free, like the freedom of positivity is amazing. I use the 4 amendments. Well, not amendments, the 4 agreements, my bad. The 4 agreements. The 4 agreements are to be impeccable with your word, do not take anything personal, don't make assumptions, and always do your best. This was an amazing book, and I don't finish books, I'll be honest. Half those books are read halfway through, but they have all helped me. This one helped me in particular with a positive mind. Like it says, be impeccable with your word. What you say has to be positive to bring positive to you. What you give into the world will give back to you. Don't think any personal. If someone says something personal to you, don't take it personal, because that person either is jealous of you or envies you. If they're going to be very negative with their words towards you and about you, that is my big thing. Like, if anybody says something about me, oh, my best friend will come up to me and she'll say, sister so-and-so said da 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 da. I don't care. If it didn't come from you or me, I don't care. That's end of story. Benefit of that. That was my number 2, and this book is amazing. I'll leave the link below. I think I got this one on Amazon, but you can get it at Barnes & Noble. I think you can also get it at Target, but I'm not for sure. Walmart. You can get it anywhere. But this is the best book, I think, to change your mind to a positive mind and see the positive outfits on life. Number 3, sharing your issues. So you may have a negative mind and all your thoughts are running through. They're going to continue to run through until you let it out. So what helped me was the third way to positivity was sharing my issue with my friends and family, because sharing the issue helps to get all the negative out of your mind and help you become easier to make you positive. But I didn't share my negativity with the negative people. I shared my negativity with the positive people, because the first step was cutting those negative people out of your life. So you have to take that first step in the issue before you do the rest. Because sharing my issues with the positive people, even though there were negative thoughts and negative things, they turned my life around. They said, hey, this is a positive thing out of this. Hey, this is what you can do to make this better. Blah, 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 blah. But if I would share it with negative, they'd be like, oh yeah, da-da-da, this happened to me, and da-da-da-da, that's negative, and it'd just be all negative. So that was like the third, sharing your issues. Now, focusing on the problem in your life is also a number 3. They're about hand in hand with the same thing. Focus on the problem in your life. Mine in this case was a friend and a family member. All they want is you to hear for how sorry you are for them. Hear their negativity over and over and over, even though it's the same thing, the negativity, all that. And you just had to start cutting those problems out of your life. Your negativity could be, you have this YouTube that you watch and that she's negative all the time. Cut that out. You have friends that are negative, even if you play soccer with them or sports. Cut that out. You have a family member, even if it's your mother, your grandma, your aunt. Cut it out. Because if they want to be positive and they want to be a part of your life, they need to be positive. And being positive will change the entire family of being positive, because it's better to be positive in life than negative. More positive things come to you whenever they're positive. So that was number 3. It was sharing your issues and focus on the problem in your life. Number 4 is make your home a positive place to be. This one was very easy for me because I don't live with any of my family. And coming home, I feel at home. I feel positive. I feel like I have room to think. There's no noises going on. So making my home positive was easier than it was when I was a kid. So when I was a child and I was living with my parents and my sister and my grandma, I lived in that area of family. It was hard because it was just hard because you had negative, you had positive, you had someone running over you. So what I wrote on this was, making your home positive is a big deal. When I was a kid, I hated coming home. Honestly, I think it was because of negativity, and it was not humble. It was very loud. It was screaming. It was not humble. It was never positive. Everything was negative that happened in my home. So when I got out of my home and I changed my life into my own life, that's what helped me change this, like make my home positive. So when people come to my home, they feel positivity. They don't feel negativity. They don't feel me complaining. None of that. Plus, I did have a sister. This is kind of funny. We're 6 years different. So when I'm 6, she's an infant. When I'm 12, she's 6. So we never stack up life together with the same, how do I put this, like the same thought. Like, she's 6, she wants to play with cars. I'm 12, I'm about to go into middle school. There's a whole different worlds, like 2 different worlds sitting next to her, just bumping. So having a 6-year-old sister, it was hard, but when I got older, I realized why I'm her sister, why I'm here to be positive, why I'm here to influence her life, because I've been through things that she will never go through because of me. And I'm glad that I'm her sister, and I have the train of thought to say, no, this is wrong. Yeah, I need to go do this. So that aspect of life, I understand now that I'm older, but when I was younger, I hated it. I hated having a sister. And she hated me. So it was an even thing, and she annoyed me. I'm not touching you. You know, that stupid shit. We've been through hell and back, me and my sister, but I love her to death. I understand now as I get older, and I think she understands as well too, because once you turn 16 or 15 and I'm 20, almost 21, that age group is about the same. You're a teenager. You're going through life. You're getting a job. You're getting a car. You're learning all the aspects I went through when you were 6 years younger. So it's very hard to accept. It's very hard for me to accept a sister that was younger because we had 2 different mind thoughts. She's an infant. She's crying. She don't even know how to talk, and I'm 6 and I know how to talk and play with toys. It was very hard, but I learned to cope with it. I learned to learn why and accept why I'm her older sister. So that was number 4. Let's go on with the rest of it. So number 5, this is my absolute favorite thing to say to myself. It's absolute thing that helped me be positive was ask yourself, will this matter? So my thing is, I ask myself, will this matter tomorrow? Is this going to affect my tomorrow? Will this matter in 2 weeks? Will this matter in a month? Or will this matter in a year? If it's not going to matter in 2 weeks, don't be negative. Don't start an argument. Just get over it. That is the biggest thing I think that you can choose is ask yourself, will this matter? Because I had so many bad negative thoughts growing up around that. Your mind is trained. Just like when you're a kid. Sorry, someone was knocking on the door. Do you know who it was? So when you're a kid, you learn from your parents or your grandparents on how to learn your life. So you do things that they do. And for me to change my negative mind to positive, I had to train myself, will this matter? And the person that taught me that was my grandmother. She is more negative and positive. She's both, so it just depends on the situation. So both my family are kind of both, but being positive, I mean, my friends are very negative. All they talked was down, 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 down. But now I have friends that are positive. And I'll go on that subject here in a minute. But I always ask myself, is this going to matter? And if you ask yourself that, and if the answer is no, then don't worry about it. Don't be negative. Don't be positive. Just leave it alone. Don't worry about it. That's what helped me be positive is if this is going to matter, I need to make a positive thought about it. If this is going to matter, this is what needs to happen. But if it's not going to matter and it's going to be a negative thought, another negative thought, delete it. Delete it out of your mind. So number 6, this is what I was going to get on. Encouraging others. So encouraging others with your positivity will, you will see ones that will take it and change it before your eyes. So if you encourage your best friend that is negative to be positive and you do it for so long and they don't change, cut them out. Don't try to make them positive because they're never going to be. They're always going to be negative. They have to want to be positive. So my best friend now, she came from a home where you don't have anything, but you have your family. That's it. She had to make positive things out of bad things. We've both been through a lot in our life, and which would make us negative. But me encouraging her to be positive, to get a job, to do this, to do that, to encourage her, makes you feel good. Because once they come back and say, because of you, I changed my life. Because of you, I did this. No, and when, you know what I say back? It's because of you. You're the one that said, I want to do this. You're the one that did it. So it's because of you. I encouraged you along the way to be a positive person, to do the things that you need to do to be positive, to do the things that get you out of the condition that you're in. I was there every step of the way to positive you that way, but you're the one that did it. You can turn to me and say no and not do it, but she's the one that did it. So having my best friend that encourages me, encourages others, and I encourage her, that's like the best friendship you can have because you encourage one another to be better and be positive, and you never have negative thoughts, and you have fun. That was one of my big things, was encouraging others, because when you encourage others and they come back to you and say, because of you, I did this. Because of you, you changed my life. That makes you feel so good on the inside. But the real true story is they did it. They did it for themselves. So that was a big one. Number 7. This one's really hard for me. It's eating healthy. So, still today, I eat junk food. I think everybody does. You have coffee from Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. You eat donuts. You eat chips. I'm sorry, I can't believe someone that works out doesn't eat that. They have to have a cheat day. They have to eat non-healthy. If they don't, I mean, that's crazy. Like, where I work, this guy comes in and he's all like buff, like, you know, huge shoulders. But he comes in and gets a dessert. So, you can't tell me that someone doesn't eat that. But I have become more healthy in my portion size and how I eat things. So if I'm eating junk food, I'm only going to eat the portion size of it. Maybe like this big. But I at least favored myself and only eat the portion size. So I'm not gaining weight on that. Portion size and eating healthier. I eat egg whites now. I've always ate veggies, but I'm eating more veggies in my breakfast. I'm cutting down on my bread intake because my body is changing and I'm gaining weight and trying to make my life positive, I had to have my body positive. I have to have my body positive as well, because your body positive is just as important as your mind positive. If you're not positive about your body and the way it looks, your mind's going to be negative too, because you're thinking about my body's ugly, blah, blah, blah. That's negative thoughts. You need to have positive thoughts. You have a beautiful body. You have a beautiful soul. So you need to do what makes you happy, to be positive on eating healthy. That's one of the biggest things. Once you eat healthy, you feel better. You think positive. That's the big thing, is eating healthy and feeling better. Last but not least, my favorite one, I do this all the time, even in videos, you probably see me do it, is smile. Now, smile is better, it puts everybody in a better mood. So if someone comes in a bad mood and bitching and screaming and upset, what do you think it's going to do to other people? Even in your workplace, your home, your family, what do you think that's going to do to other people? It's going to make the whole atmosphere negative. Now, if you come to work smiling and in a good mood, everybody else is going to be in a good mood. So it's going to be positive energy, positive thoughts. So by smiling, it changes the mood to positive. If you come in, I hate this job, blah, 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 you're going to be there. It's going to be dragging and dragging and dragging and dragging, and you're going to hate it. Now, I go into work positive. I may hate my job, but guess what? It pays my bills. I may hate doing stuff I don't want to do. Not this job. I love this job, but the other job I have to do to pay my bills is, I hate it. But I go into work. My best friend works there. My fiance works there. I go there to have fun. Even though it's not a place for fun, it's a place for work. But I work and I have fun. And I go to work smiling. And I have a good time. Now, if I go to work mad and upset, everybody's going to know something's wrong. Because I smile all the time. I constantly have fun. And why not have fun at work? Even though you hate it, have fun, because it can change it. It can change the aspect of people around you and the positivity. You're always going to meet someone that's negative. Always. In your workplace, in your family, in your home. There's going to be someone that's negative. But my thing is, I don't need that negativity. You can go. You can change your negative to a positive quickly, or you're out of my life. That's in a story how I am. So that was my 8 things to make your way to a positive life. This is about the end of the video. It took me, how many years did it take? I've been asked this question a lot. How long did it take me to be positive? I've been positive for almost 3 years. In May will be 3. I had to lose someone to death, and I had to lose some of my family members 3 years ago to be positive. And that was one of the hardest things for me, was losing someone and realizing I don't need all this negativity about the situation. I need the positivity. And if they're going to be negative, they're going to live with regret. So 3 years now, I've trained myself to be positive. Every person, every now and then, has a negative thought. Believe me, I do. Sometimes I have does he really love me? Or does he really care? Or does my family really care? You know, that's a negative thought. Even though you don't think it's a negative thought, that is a negative thought. So I do have negative thoughts still. But I try to change them to positive. But they're not as much as they used to be. My whole brain used to be filled, I feel like, with negative. And now I've changed it to positive. And it has changed my life. So take my advice. Try to do these 8 steps, and I promise you'll have a more positive life. And if you don't, email me, message me. I will help you out. I encourage others. My dream is to be a life coach on positivity and helping others. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.